Hello, welcome to my YouTube video. So today I'm going to be talking about how I dislocated my shoulder and then just the recovery process I've had since then. I'm about to hit week 3 of dislocation tomorrow. So let's break it down. Full disclaimer, I'm making this video just because whenever this happened to me, I didn't know anything. My only knowledge of dislocation is from movies, like somebody just like dislocates and just pops it right back into place and then they go on with their life and that's it. That is not the case for real dislocations. So let me break it down. So I'm going to tell you how I dislocated it. I am 24. I've done sports since I was in middle school, high school. I've always done sports. I've done volleyball. I've done soccer, tennis, powerlifting. I've moved my body a lot whenever I was in high school. And I guess I never thought dislocation could happen. I thought it was always like somebody steps on you and that's how you dislocate or you fall really hard. That wasn't the case for me. So I still did sports in college. I just graduated college last year. I was ROTC, so I always had to do army stuff, lifting a lot of things, falling down like intentionally whenever we were doing trainings. Never thought dislocation could happen until it did. And right now, since I have been out of school, I still have to work out for the army. And so I've signed up for volleyball leagues, soccer leagues, and I've done that since I've graduated college. And that's been a year and a half, well, a year and a few months now. I don't really know what was the culprit this time. No matter what sport you do, please stretch. I definitely don't stretch as much as I should, and I often forget even during soccer games, so I am very grateful that I haven't had an injury there yet. But let's go back to the day of the dislocation. So it was a Wednesday. I was playing volleyball with my besties. We're all in a league. It was our second league together, first game of the second season all together, and it was a good time. I'm sure I stretched. I definitely stretched. I definitely did little arm circles and stuff, get my shoulders warmed up. And I'm a left dominant arm lady, girly. So I serve a lot with my left arm, so I make sure to stretch that for sure. And maybe that was my problem. Maybe I neglected my right side because I'm always using my left side. So we were playing, first set in, playing volleyball, doing good. We're a little down, so I was like, all right, I gotta lock in, we gotta win this game. And at one point, the serve was coming over pretty freaking fast because, I don't know, the balls weigh 1 pound or something like that, but whenever somebody else's forces on it, it could come at you 10-pound feeling ball, or maybe not, I don't know. So the ball came over the net, and I think I was the first hit, first or second hit, but I feel like I was the first one because it came in hot. And I had my right hand, which I guess demonstrate with my left hand, but all right, coming over the net, I'm in the front left, and I'm over there getting ready. And again, I was using my right hand because the ball was kind of going into the center front. So also, I forgot to mention, we were down 5 players this day. So we were playing, I think, 2-man down or 1-man down, one of those. So there was a lot of gaps. So there was nobody in the center. I had to kind of dive in. So I was going, the ball came over. Again, it was my right hand, but I'm going to use my left hand. And I go, and I'm all the way back here, because the ball was already kind of coming over me because I had to make it to the center. So it was up above me, and I was at this angle, and I tried to hit it, and whenever I tried to hit it and it hit my arm, everything here just cracked. It just went, and then my arm immediately just fell. I thought I broke it. I don't know why it cracked so much. I didn't know that that's how dislocation felt. I thought it was kind of like a pop feeling, but to me it was just a crack feeling. And then my arm went down, and it kind of felt like it needed to shrivel up. Now I know it's because your ligaments want to get back together, and it fell, and it was just an awful pain. And I was just I had to stop. I didn't know. So I go kind of walk. I'm kind of walking off the volleyball field, and they're like, "Oh, are you okay? Shake it off." And I was like, "No, something's wrong." As I'm walking, because there's 2 benches on the field, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, I have to go to the ER." I immediately knew it was something bad. The way your body just knows that this is not normal. This, I knew I needed to go to the ER. So I get to the bench, and everybody was like, yeah, take your time, because they didn't realize how severe. I wasn't crying. I was kind of just oh my gosh. My partner was there, so he came up to me, and then I kind of sat down, and that's when it really sank in. I just felt I could not move my arm, and if I even let a pound of gravity make it fall, it would just hurt so much. So I had my other hand, my left hand, under the elbow, and I was just holding it, and I was just like kind of crying. But my partner was really good at, he's like, it's okay, like you're gonna be fine, like trying to like get me focused in and what the next steps were. It was really nice. And all my teammates are around me, and I just like, I don't know why I get like this kind of like shy feeling, but I was just like, to the coach, I was like, I'm so sorry, all my team, I'm so sorry, keep playing. The ref called, I think he like immediately called, and he's like, yeah, we need ice out here, everything. And he was so quick to attend to me, and he was like apologetic, like, I'm sorry this happened to you here. And I was like, I'm so sorry this happened to you here. And I got ice on it. It kind of helped, I guess, but I mean, this was all like in a span of like 3 minutes. Like it was all, or maybe even less, like it was happening so fast. And I like, my partner wanted me to walk to the car, or he was like, come on, let's go so we can go to the ER. And I was just like, I can't walk. Like the pain was just like, it was awful. I don't know how to describe it, but it was just like, it's like a shriveled up pain in your arm. Is just like, it's like dead weight or something. So he pulled in the car, and I only had to walk maybe like 20 feet. And at this point, the game already continued, so it was like 5 minutes after. And because I said, please continue, like I'm fine. And I was very good at like keeping my cool. I was just like suffering in silence kind of while I get in the car, or I try to get in the car. It's really hard. Couldn't close the door. He had to close the door. He had to buckle me in. And we drive to the closest ER, which is maybe like a 6-minute drive. One, the freaking drive there sucked. Like any bump, like it's just like, I don't know, everything was so sensitive. It was like a billion needles, and like if you moved even one bit, like boom, pain there. I went to the first ER, and for some reason some power lines were broken and they were getting fixed there, and they closed off the road. And then also the ER was closed for some reason, or not for some reason. I think that ER just closed at 9 p.m. and this was already like 9:30. So then we went to the second closest one, which was maybe another 8-minute drive, but the road to get there is the worst road. If anybody in Austin, Texas knows the area, Altorf Road, you know how it's, yeah. And so my partner had to go really slow, and I was just like, it's like hot flashes. Like I was like, with so much pain. So we get to the ER, and man, I just like, there was no way somebody could hold me or try to carry me. Like I just had to walk like in pain. And we get to the ER, and I check in with the lady, and she knows I'm in distress, but she checks in with me, and maybe like less than 5 minutes later, we're already in the back, which was amazing. This ER was amazing. I'm grateful that that was my experience. They sat me down, kind of asked me what happened. I told them. They told me how long ago it happened. It was like 30 minutes at that point, 45 minutes. They had me go and get x-rays done. And man, those x-rays, I was just like, seriously, like is this going to be popped back in or something? But I got my x-rays. Basically, they just did the whole thing. They gave me ice, they gave me medicine, and then I finally laid down. The doctor came, and he was just like, wow, you're actually doing pretty good. And it was just, I don't know, like I feel bad expressing my pain out loud. Like I'm just like, okay, it's fine. But I'm like, it hurt me, but I don't know. So he said I did pretty good, so I'm just saying. But anyways, like he laid me down. So this is the part of how you get it pop back into place for those who don't know. Also, mine was a full dislocation. Apparently, partial dislocations, you can feel them and you can kind of pop them back in, like if you put enough force back on it. So those are kind of the ones that you see more on TV, like you can re-pop it back in. And I'm sure you can for the full dislocation, but it's definitely more of a process. So mine was a full anterior dislocation, which I guess is like the back. I don't know. I should Google it more. So yeah, I lay down, the doctor comes, and he tells me, like, I had it right here, again, my arm, because there was just no way I could put it down or anything. Like, it was in so much pain. And I'm like laid down, and he takes my arm and he like pulls it like this, and it didn't hurt, honestly. I was just like, wow. And he starts like extending it. He extends it backwards, and then he starts just kind of like, oh my gosh, my arm rolls. He starts kind of like shaking my hand with it. So he's like backwards, and he's like shaking my hand, and he's going higher, lower. Like again, I'm like laid down on my back, and he just like keeps shaking my hand until I guess I kind of tell him my limit. Like I'd be like, oh yeah, from back here kind of hurt, or it hurts. And it just like, that was like that motion for like a minute, and then I hear like, or I feel like a boom, like a friction somewhere here. It didn't really hurt. Kind of just felt a little like uncomfortable, but that happened, and then he kept shaking it, and then he like shook it one more time, like kind of high up here. I was like, oh. That's when he like immediately tucks it back in, and then I get a sling, and then that's it. So I guess it just like repops in place. That was my experience. That was really much it. I got in the sling, and then went straight back home. Actually, no, I didn't. I had the audacity to be like, oh, I want a cookie. Of course, if I get hurt, like, I want a sweet treat after, always. So I go to Insomnia Cookies because it's pretty close to my house / where we were at. So we go to Insomnia, I get my cookie, and then we sit outside. And I remember where we sat, there was also a bar. Like, people were turning up on a Wednesday night. It was phenomenal. And they were all just like, hey, like, what happened? Like, I was just like, yeah, I dislocated my shoulder. And then they all like started talking about how they dislocated, they tore their ACL, and like, that just makes me realize, like, so many people, if you do sports, like, it is a risk. Like, I've gotten lucky until this point. I've never had to feel any broken bones, sprains, no matter how many sports I did. Like, I did cross country and nothing. Another thing is, I did army training. Like, I would have to go out in the woods where there's like hills and rocks and all that. Nothing. So yeah, I guess this was my time to get an injury, and it was kind of fun to be relatable with everybody else. But yeah, and then like after that, they were like, oh yeah, when did it happen? And I was like, today. And they were all just like, oh my gosh, you're out here today? I was like, yes, my sweetie. And I was over there eating my cookie. But that was a fun time. And then after that, I don't know why I was in the outing mood, but we went to Fraser's, which is a really nice like dive bar in Austin. We don't go often, but when we go, it's great. I didn't really recover a lot day one, but I wasn't like moving my arm. Obviously, it was like I didn't even feel pain right after. Like, it was immediate relief. It was just kind of like not move around or swing my arm too much. But we went to the Fraser's, and then after Fraser's, went home. They gave me naproxen and what's the other one? Tramadol. But she said it was like the nurse or somebody said it was like an non-opioid or something. And I don't know anything about drugs, but I was like, opioid, nope. So I didn't take it. I know. But I wasn't in a lot of pain, so I always just took my naproxen. The Tramadol was as needed. That night, I was in a bit of pain. I had to like kind of sleep upright. And honestly, I woke up and I wasn't in that much pain. Like, after it popped in, I just had immediate relief everywhere, or everywhere on my shoulder. And the only times I'd hurt if I jerked it or moved it too hard, or when I was walking, I kind of walked a certain way, like just little small movements would hurt. And that's really shoulder dislocation story. Some advice for anybody going through this is really be patient. Don't move your shoulder. Like, any little nudge will hurt it, and you want it to heal. So let it heal. If it's your dominant arm, I'm so sorry. I would say if you're a girly, you're not going to be able to do your ponytail unless you have really long hair and like you can swing it to the side and ponytail it with one hand. But my partner does my ponytails, and honestly, he gets better every single day. You won't be able to work out. Just make sure you can move your body or do some squats or do like stretches. You won't be able to drive. Driving, I haven't driven in like 2 weeks, or I think like after 1 week I drove like 3 minutes. Like, it was like a small road to the CVS. But yeah, be patient. The recovery process is slower than I thought. I have to go to PT, I think, twice a week for like a month and a half. My PT lady, she said that a friend of hers just threw off her blanket and re-dislocated it. So definitely be careful, because at that point you might have surgery. Good luck. Or if you know anybody who has a shoulder dislocation, give them some grace. It's not as kind to your body and healing as quickly as you think it will. And I went to PT the other day and I couldn't even do this. Oops, sorry, kitty. Couldn't even do that. I had to use my other arm, and you like support it, and then it like activates more muscles, and that's how I was able to do anything. So I guess I'll leave it here. I don't think there is anything else that I have to say. Just make sure you stretch, and your body loves you and is trying to heal you. Take care.